What's up, everybody? It's Frankie Fenn coming at you again from Tannery, Spain. And the question I have for you is a very, very deep and profound question, which is, are you hunting whales or are you hunting field mice? Because if you're like the vast majority of coaches, consultants, experts, service providers, agency owners, without even knowing it, you are actually going after the lowest paid, most competitive chunk of the pie. And it's a very, very interesting effect because unbeknownst to most is that the lowest bottom of the barrel, hardest to get clients, where all the competition is, are the most amount of work, they're the highest amount of pain in the asses, they're the least rewarding to deal with, and usually it comes from a place of you really want to help them and they don't always want to help themselves. And interestingly enough, at the very high end, what most people don't realize is that if you hunt whales instead of field mice, there's an interesting effect where there's 80% less competition because it's all at the bottom. They're easier to deal with, they follow your advice, and they actually get the benefits of what you're trying to teach. And they're every bit looking for you just as much as you're looking for them. So how do you know if you're one of those people who's focused on all the wrong people? Well, if you've ever had a client who showed up to you and you cared more than they did about their own success, then there's almost 100% chance that you were going after field mice. And how would I know this? Because oftentimes I see this with a lot of healer types and people that what they do transcends just getting a business result, or transcends just getting a weight loss result, or transcends just getting a better relationship. It really affects all areas of their life. Is if you're consistently attracting people who aren't doing what they're supposed to do and they're not showing up committed, and you seem to care more than they do, and they don't get back to you in a timely fashion, and sometimes they may even blame you at the end as if everything that didn't work out is your fault, even though they didn't do anything, then I hate to break it to you, you're going after field mice. Now, how do you shift and then suddenly start to pay attention to the right section of the market? Well, I can just tell you from what my personal experience was. So in our last coaching business, we did a lawyer business, and we did marketing for them, and we went from zero to like $50,000 a month, I want to say, in August of 2016. And did that, in the beginning we had zero connections, zero budget, so we were starting like bootstrap, so something that anybody could do, and built up a coaching empire and speaking, and got published in a lot of the top magazines. And in the beginning I worked with all the really single lawyers that I thought needed what I did the most, because they needed the marketing help most urgently. And I found it was just so hard to get anything done because they weren't committed to the idea of growing their practice. Now, down the road, I got the chance to work with I actually got to work with the biggest lawyer in the entire United States, as well as 10 different state leaders, so 10 of the 50 states I know, and I've got to personally work with the biggest guy in the state, the biggest guy in the geography, the one spending the most money. And what I found is they were action takers. In fact, we had an experience, we had a guy at one of our seminars. It was a 3-day seminar, and he spent the whole weekend on texting. He was the really big lawyer there, and we thought he just wasn't paying attention to anything I said. And at the middle of it, we wanted to kind of check in with everybody, and we asked, what's your experience been? Can you give us some feedback? And when we got around to him, we thought he was going to say, I don't know, it's okay. And he said, oh, it's been so good, it's so fantastic. I've been implementing ideas as you guys are giving to me. I keep texting out to my secretary and to my team and to my marketing manager, do this, do that. So he was getting the stuff done in real time. So as we were giving it to him, he was actually already implementing it on the spot. Now, compared to the lower end part of the market, who was going to go home and think about it and kind of hem and haw. So how can you start directing what you do and specializing and becoming for the whales? Because I think what you'll find is not only is it actually easier for you, but it'll be much more fulfilling when your clients show up and they care every bit as much as you do, and you're not the only one committed to the result. So it's a little shift, but it has profound effects. So go ahead and put that in your business. And Frankie Finn, the Jedi, over and out.